Hi everyone, this is Renuka. In this video, I'm going to talk about 10-step process for international dentists like me to get dental license in the US. So there are many programs which you can attend, like AGD program or fellowships, doing any specialization in periodontics, prosthodontics, orthodontics, etc. to get dental license and work here as an American dentist. But today in this video, I'm going to stick to DDS, which is an undergraduate dental degree here in the US. And as an international dentist like me, you can join directly in the third year of the 4-year program and just do 2 years. Whereas there are some colleges which give you a 3-year program, some colleges give you a 2-year program, which is only for international dentists to join and complete this course. After the undergraduate degree is done, you get the license and work here as a dentist. So without wasting time, let us delve into what are the steps. So step 1 is going to be Dentpin. What is a Dentpin? Dentpin is a personal identity. It's similar to a personal identification number for every dentist who's working here in the US, or as a student who want to apply to the dental colleges here. You should be having a unique number, which is a dental identification number. You have to just fill an application, submit it, and you get a confirmation number in return, which you have to save it because you might need use it for the future purposes. Like for example, we're applying to NBDE part 1 and part 2. And then we have ECE evaluation. Once you're done with your Dentpin, then you can start with ECE evaluation. ECE evaluation is, there are 4 points, and out of 4 points, the ECE evaluation is going to grade you how many points you get based on the marks you get from the Indian education or any international education. Like for me as an Indian dentist, I submitted my undergraduate marks that I got from India for all my 4 years, and then within roughly 1 to 2 months they gave me how many points I got out of 4. Similarly, if you are a master's student who has done masters, then you submit your master's course too along with your bachelor's, and then you get your points. But for just the dental process where you have to write your board exams, NBD part 1 and part 2, it is just fine to submit your undergraduate 4-year marks list. That is what is necessary to be able to be eligible to write the NBDE part 1 and part 2 or the new INBDE. So NBDE part 1 and NBDE part 2 are the national board dental examinations, which are taking place only in the US, so you have to come here and write the exams, and this is a pass or fail exam. So if you get 75% above, then it is a pass. Then if it is 75% below, it is a fail. If it's a fail, then you get to know which subjects where you weak at, and then you can improve there. If it is more than 75%, awesome, you pass, and then you can go forward with the process. And step 5, in any of the steps you might be thinking this is very less information, where do I know about what is the application process, what is the time, what are the resources I should cover to pass these exams? Don't worry, I'm going to make each separate video on each step briefly in detail, and if you have any doubts, you can definitely type below in the comment section. I'm going to look into it and definitely add it into my coming videos. Next is TOEFL. After you're done with NBD part 1 and part 2, it is suggested to write TOEFL after your part 2. The reason being is it has only 2 years of validity, so it's better to write as recent as possible before applying to the colleges, right? Yeah, so for TOEFL it is better if you have a score of 100 or above. That is usually thought to be as a competitive score for most of the colleges. But definitely, does it mean if you get below 100 you cannot get into the college? No, that is not the case. I know many people who got into the college with a low TOEFL score, but that also has many other factors into consideration. So in short, having 100 and above would be good. And on step 6 is, usually you can go into starting your CAAPID application, but there's another exam called ADAT. Like Michigan Dental University is saying that they prefer ADAT, people who have written ADAT examination over other applicants. Does it mean others are not considered? No, they're also considered, but usually more preference is given to ADAT. There are very less schools at this time who are giving preference to ADAT, but it is good if you write it. If you don't write it, it is still fine. It doesn't mean that you wouldn't be placed in any other college, because most of the colleges as per 2020 are not asking an ADAT test. Step 7 is ADEA CAAPID application. What is a ADEA CAAPID application? It is a centralized application which you fill up and then submit to each college separately. Even though it's a centralized application, the money you pay for it is not centralized. For each application, you pay separately, even though it is just one application you're technically filling, but you have to submit this one application separately to each college and you have to pay separately. So, which I didn't know initially. Step 8 is going to be about supplemental application. Once you're done with your filling your ADA application, submitting it, and then each college sends you a supplemental application. Now, it's not necessary that each college has a supplemental questions, but definitely they have supplemental application fee, which is around $75 to $100. Again, I'll cover that in a separate video. I'm not going to have everything in one video and have it confusing. I would better have it clear. Supplemental application, so some have questions in them, so they will be very common general questions like what was one of the toughest cases you have dealt with, or what is dentistry for you, why do you want to join in our college, etc., which you can completely do it, prepare, and it's just a essay writing type of thing. And then you have interview. Once you're done with submitting your supplemental application, you get in interview calls, then you start preparing for your interview and bench test. Usually I prefer that after I submit my supplemental application, I would prepare for interview and bench test. The reason being is not all colleges give you enough time to be able to be prepared for these examination, bench test specifically, because bench test may cover from classroom preparations, onlays, inlays, gold crowns, or PFMs, etc. So if you are given, some colleges literally give you not more than 20 days to be able to be prepared for that. If you're someone like me who would want more time, because I want more time for my preparations, then it's better you just give your supplemental and start preparing. What can go worse? You just get better at tooth preparations. It's never bad to be really good at your hand skills, right? So that's what I would suggest. Again, it's completely up to you. This is just a suggestion. Step 10 is hoping that after the interview test is done, bench test is done, every is done, oh, all awesome, you got into some college, and then the loan process. You got into the college, but what do we do about the loan process? Because we have to pay so many hundreds and thousands of dollars. So that would be step 10 about processing about seeing what is the loan process. Thank you so much for seeing the whole video. If you like this video, please like it. If you feel that this information might be needed for any of your relative or your friend or your sister or your sibling, feel free to share it. Please subscribe to my channel, because I would be keeping up more content and more videos on how to become a dentist here in the US. My future goal is that I would be keeping more videos on not just in the US, but also how to be a Canadian dentist, or how to go to Australia, New Zealand. Just sky is the limit. We are gonna keep uploading more and more videos about everything in dentistry, and hope you support us. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Have a good day.